first of all, it's Greenpeace and others, and I want to emphasize others. There's more to be named here, but you know, Brian, what happened to us was tragic. I mean, that lies were being told, tens of millions of dollars were being raised by Greenpeace and others based on these lies that is clear. I mean, that the facts will show that they knew that the things that they were saying about us were inaccurate. Things like we were on Indian property, things that we didn't communicate with the Standing Rock Sioux, things like that. I mean, it was just crazy stuff that they were saying, and we were greatly harmed by that, Brian. And we're angry.
How were you harmed, Kelsey?
Well, first of all, they torched a lot of our equipment, costing us millions of dollars. They attempted to cut holes in our pipeline. I mean, Brian, think about that. I mean, here's the people that are saying we're going to poison their water, and they're trying to cut holes in our pipeline so that it'll leak, so that they can say, yeah, look what you did. I mean, and not only that, our project was delayed by, let's say, about 90 days, and we lost millions of dollars as a result of this. And Brian, we've got to do something. Everybody's afraid of these environmental groups and the fear that it may look wrong if you fight back with these people. But what they did to us is wrong, and they're going to pay for it.
But you understand the look of it, though, Kelsey. Obviously, you're a smart guy. You built a hell of a business. But you're a billionaire. Your company's very wealthy, and your law firm is the one that represents in some interest Donald Trump. And so people are saying, here are Trump's. In fact, Greenpeace themselves said, you know, second year in a row, Trump's attorneys going after us in a meritless lawsuit. You understand the optics here, but it doesn't sound like you're afraid of that.
I am not afraid of these people at all, and I will tell you, they're going to pay for this. They're going to pay for this. The facts are good. And this can't be allowed to happen. They're doing this elsewhere in the country, same cast of characters, and somebody's got to stand up, and we chose to do that.
Yeah, it's a pretty brave position. You're in Dallas. I don't know if you call it your sister city, Houston. What do you make of this storm, and are you making any preparations as Harvey comes ashore?
We are. We're praying for everyone. We hope everyone is well. We have many employees that are in the direct path of this hurricane, and we've asked those employees to vacate, which they have done. They're coming inland. We have moved our gas control centers and our oil control centers. We monitor all of our pipes through these major control rooms. We've moved those away from Houston up into the Dallas area and San Antonio area. So we're taking precautions, but we're very concerned. We're concerned for people that are down in the direct path.
Yeah, and we pray everyone is safe. I don't know if you saw today, there's yet another round of sanctions on Venezuela, a fourth round today from the Trump administration. There's long been talk that maybe they're going to ban the import of Venezuelan or the exports of distillates back to Venezuela. Do you have any opinion on whether or not that would be a good idea?
Well, my only opinion is on the people that would suffer as a result of any actions we may take. And bear with me, I don't want to get into politics because I don't understand it. And I did not know about this until you just told me. But I would certainly hate to see hardships placed on people that they're already suffering.
I guess my question was more along the lines, if they ban the import of Venezuelan oil, is it easy to get it somewhere else, just a fungible market, or do you think that might lead to disruptions within the markets?
Well, I think that crude will find its place. If it's coming in the United States, which I don't know, it'll just find someplace else to go. I don't see that creating a lot of disruption. No.
Kelsey, do you see if there is some disruption, maybe not with your firm, but with other shipping, pipeline, whatever? Is there a view on oil? Is this going to impact oil and natural gas prices or gasoline prices?
You know, Brian, I think, you know, as you mentioned earlier in your show, I think there will be a disruption in gasoline prices, certainly, but mostly to do with this hurricane. If it's what people are saying, the rising water is as big a problem for the oil and gas industry as winds. People don't recognize that, but it's a bigger problem in many ways. So, yeah, I do expect some disruption. I expect there would be some with Venezuela as well. But again, I just heard this from you guys, so
yeah, I meant the storm.
Apologies for throwing it at you,
I apologize, Kelsey. I meant the storm. Everything's been tight with these press conferences. I mean, do you expect the storm will interrupt? Kind of following up Michelle's question, your pipeline operations. I mean, how sturdy are they?
Well, we sell natural gas. We transport oil. We do things, and then when refineries shut down, with petrochemical plants shut down, we don't have a place to put that. So, sure, will it have some disruption? Yes, we do have some storage. We're blessed to have storage, so we will shove oil and natural gas as many places as we can to keep it moving. But ultimately, if this rain event is as big and as long a duration as being predicted, it's going to impact everybody.